city of Forney and heading down towards Bono. This will stay well northeast of Glen Rose, moving towards west sections of Cleburne and Bono on Highway 67. There could be gusty winds and quarter-sized hail. We've got some other thunderstorms that have popped up at this point, maybe some pea-to-dime-sized hail across portions of Hill and Navarro counties. Those storms are moving north-northeast. Locally heavy rainfall, gusty winds, small hail. They are not severe at this time. We note there is no thunderstorm activity in the Hill Country or Central Texas at this time. The cap has held for now, and hopefully that means the cap will hold for the rest of the evening. Up in Grayson County we go. Where we'll end up, well, I can tell you, but I won't spoil the surprise. Storm, Pottsboro to Denison, could have nickel to quarter-sized hail. Second or third storm, really, it doesn't matter. Another storm back over Gordonville to Dexter. Those are all moving east. This may result in some localized flooding, small to quarter-sized hail, strong wind gusts, and that extends all the way back to Thackerville to Marietta on I-35, so that's probably making the interstate happy. If it makes you feel better, at least all this rain is actually avoiding the construction zones on the south side of Gainesville down to Valley View, since that area has a tendency to flood now when there's 5 drops of rain. Otherwise, we got some storms over Highway 271 from DePort to Bogota to Talco. Those are moving northeast towards Clarksville. Those may have some nickel-sized hail moving up towards Clarksville. And again, we have a tornado warning for a circulation now moving towards New Boston. In fact, that circulation, I'll be honest, is actually quite well organized. This very well could be a tornado in progress now near let's try this again for the 5th time. Daniels Chapel Road, County Road 3103, County Road 3011, northwest of New Boston. We've got a pretty impressive looking circulation now, moving east-southeast. Winds moving away from the Shreveport radar at about 60 miles an hour. Winds moving towards the Shreveport radar at about 50 miles an hour. So again, about 110 mile an hour gate-to-gate circulation. Radar suggests if we have a tornado down, it would be wrapped in heavy rain. But again, a possible tornado in progress now, moving east towards Daniels Chapel Road. This is going to be crossing over Highway 8, probably north of Interstate 30. It's only 3 miles west of Highway 8 right now and Zion Road, moving east at about 30 miles an hour. This thunderstorm circulation is going to pass within a few miles of New Boston. Hopefully, that means this will stay north of town. It's trending that way, but it's still going to be pretty close. For now, the circulation's north of I-30 by about 3 miles. Crossing over Daniels Chapel Road, moving east towards Highway 8 and Zion Road, about 3 to 4 miles north of Interstate 30. This is going to pass over Highway 8 between I-30 and the Red River. This storm is moving generally off to the east right now, but it could also turn east-southeast, which may bring this threat to Interstate 30 between New Boston and Hooks. That's what the radar thinks is going to happen. And for what it's worth, that would be an issue for the city of Texarkana by 8 p.m. with maybe hail, strong winds, perhaps a tornado. But again, we have strong rotation indicated on the super duper magical awesome blossom radar. As we have our storm chasers out and about, Adam Lucio's in Gordonville, Grayson County, Stephen Jones near Whitesboro, and Jason Cooley has made the unforgivable mistake of trying to go through downtown Dallas on a storm chase. That's not a good idea, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to chase in the DFW Metroplex, never an enjoyable prospect, and that's from someone who hasn't done it in about 10 years or so, and it wasn't fun 10 years ago. So we have a severe storm coming up on Zion Road and Highway 8, capable of producing a rain-wrapped tornado. This is in northeast Texas, Bowie County. way northeast Texas. This tornado warning does include Interstate 30. We don't want anyone traveling on I-30 right now around New Boston. It's not like anyone's going to listen to me, given the fact I keep seeing videos of tornadoes in Texas this week, and all the roads are just jam-packed with people going about their day. But hey, you know what? At least if I say it, that means I can say, told you so. This will be near New Boston pretty much now. This is going to be near Hooks by about 7:20 p.m. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Can I help you? What's your deal? What's going on, dog? What? Come here. Are you having a moment? Can I help you? Are you being taunted by the squirrels? Yeah. What is going on? What? Hold on. What's wrong? Dog's freaking out. Here, I'll turn off the audio stuff so you can at least hear this. What's wrong? Are you okay? Do you need to howl? If you howl, I need to turn this way down. Okay. What's wrong? Okay, you're okay. Go lay down. So again, this is going to be a tornado warning coming up on Zion Road and Highway 8, north of New Boston, moving east-southeast at about 30 miles an hour. We don't want anyone on Interstate 30 right now between New Boston and Hooks. It wouldn't honestly be a bad idea not to go west of Texarkana right now.
A new flash flood warning has been issued for Cook and Grayson County in Texas,
as this dangerous storm is moving off to the east-southeast and will likely cross over Interstate 30 over the next several minutes. Back over to the how hard it's raining mode. You can see just the big old blob. It's not your classic supercell, but it definitely has the potential to produce a tornado near or just northwest of New Boston. You can see this is actually trending southeast closer to New Boston. So if you're in New Boston, you need to be in a safe place. That includes Highway 8 and Interstate 30, Interstate 30, and Highway 82, east of DeKalb, west of Texarkana. We advise no travel. Possibility of a tornado about to cross over Highway 8, very near Interstate 30. We've got winds moving towards the radar at about 50 miles an hour. Winds moving away at about 50, so we're 100-mile-an-hour gate-to-gate shear now approaching New Boston in northeast Texas. This thunderstorm moving east-southeast at about 25 miles an hour. Let's take a look. We've got a storm moving northeast from Highway 271 to Port of Mogada, moving northeast towards Clarksville. That might have some nickel-size hail. Back in the Metroplex in North Texas we go. We've got a storm over Interstate 20 approaching Wills Point, Edgewood, Fruitvale, Myrtle Springs.
a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Henderson, Kaufman, Navarro.
This
and
storm
Van Zandt
could have
County in
damaging
Texas.
wind, large hail. Back into Gun Barrel City. Y'all are getting heavy rain and hail right now. The potential for localized damaging winds, maybe some flash flooding. This radar is being a real pain in the butt. And a little bit of rotation showing up near Tool. We'll keep an eye on that. That storm's moving east towards Gun Barrel City, passing north of the city of Athens, moving towards Maybank, Eustis. It'll cross 175, the potential for quarter-size hail. We've got a pretty big thunderstorm over southeastern Dallas County, producing heavy rain, maybe nickel-size hail from Mesquite to Bulk Springs to Seagoville to Hutchins, southeast Dallas. This storm is moving off to the east at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm in far southeastern Hood County, moving into far northeastern Somerville County and western Johnson County. This storm could have quarter-size hail, localized damaging winds. That storm is going to be moving southeast towards Rio Vista, could be in Rio Vista by 8 p.m. A couple of new storms going up now, all the way from northeast of Belmead, northeast of Waco to Mount Com to Hubbard, up to Hillsboro, Itasca, Grandview. These storms are moving northeast at about 15 to 20 miles an hour with some small hail, gusty winds. We'll keep an eye on it. At this point, nothing that indicates anything worse than that. And then again, this whole cluster of storms up on the Red River now, pretty much from the city of Denison all the way back over 377 across Gordonville, Dexter to Thackerville. We have a flash flood warning now in effect all the way from Marietta, Oklahoma, I-35 mile marker 16, down through the way station in southern Oklahoma, down to Thackerville, WinStar World Casino, all the way east across northern portions of Cook and Grayson counties. They had a lot of rain last night, and they're having more rain now. All right, those of you in New Boston, we do really want you to be in a safe place. This thing actually is showing some impressive rotation, and that is not good. A possible tornado now very near or just north of New Boston. And again, this thing's got a wrapped up circulation here, and this is coming dangerously close to New Boston. You can see the latest data here. Winds moving away from the radar at about 75 miles an hour. Winds moving towards the radar at probably about 50. So again, now we're up to about 125 to 130 mile per hour, gate to gate shear. And again, this is all likely rain wrapped. You wouldn't be able to see the tornado. We don't have a tornado debris signature, which is good. We're looking at about 5,500 feet above ground level, which isn't the extreme low levels, but it's also not 15,000 feet. So no tornado debris signature, which is good, but that doesn't mean we don't have a tornado down, because by the time we see a tornado debris signature, that just means, well, a tornado's lofted debris to 5,500 feet. So again, this is a situation where those of you in New Boston need to be in a safe place. Lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Hard sole shoes. Gusty, or yeah, pretty much. Helmet, shoes, safe place, lowest floor, center room, away from windows. What? Okay. A tornado emergency now for New Boston. A tornado emergency for Bowie County and New Boston. At 7:14 p.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was reported just northwest of New Boston by trained weather spotters. This is a tornado emergency for New Boston. What? Okay. Oh, yeah, I heard it from them. Tornado emergency for New Boston from the National Weather Service in Shreveport. A reported large and extremely dangerous tornado now approaching the city of New Boston, Interstate 30, Bowie County, in northeast Texas. This is a tornado emergency for the city of New Boston. A report of a large destructive tornado near Interstate 30 and Highway 8 approaching the city of New Boston. The potential for, well, big problems. So again, this is a tornado emergency now for the city of New Boston in Bowie County in northeast Texas. A reported large, and I'm just going to use their wording here. I'm going to quote this directly. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over New Boston, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for New Boston. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. To repeat, a large and extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. So again, this is a tornado emergency for the National Weather Service for New Boston in northeast Texas. A large destructive tornado reportedly in the vicinity of New Boston in Bowie County in northeast Texas. Reported by weather spotters. We don't have a tornado debris signature. There is strong rotation, and apparently weather spotters reporting a large tornado. So again, the Weather Service has elected to issue a tornado emergency for New Boston. Remember, we don't issue warnings. We don't issue any of this. We're just the messengers. If we really did have a really big, violent tornado here, I'd expect to see a tornado debris signature. We're not. I'm not saying there's not a tornado here, but something's going on. And again, so just verbatim, word for word, their words. Tornado emergency for Bowie County and New Boston, Texas. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over New Boston, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Tornado emergency for New Boston. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. After New Boston, this is going to be moving east-southeast towards the community of Hooks on Interstate 20. So again, a report of a large tornado near New Boston. That's going to be moving east-southeast toward Hooks. Want no travel on Interstate 30 between New Boston and, frankly, probably not a bad idea just to hold around Texarkana on the eastern periphery. Again, a tornado emergency now for a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado, according to the National Weather Service, near New Boston. This is moving east towards Hooks in Bowie County in northeast Texas. You can see the latest velocity. We've got strong winds about 70 miles per hour away from the radar in Shreveport. We got winds of about 30 towards, so about 100 mile an hour gate-to-gate shear. We don't have a tornado debris signature. We've got strong but not crazy outrageous velocities. If we have a tornado here, and apparently there is a confirmed tornado here, it's going to be wrapped in heavy rain. Again, this is going to be a confirmed tornado now in proximity of New Boston, probably just northeast of town now, probably just east of Highway 8, within a mile of Interstate 30, near or north of New Boston. This circulation is going to be moving off to the east towards Hooks. Those of you in Hooks in Bowie County, we'd advise you to be in a safe place. Lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Hard sole shoes. Helmet. Be in a sturdy side-built structure. Again, a confirmed tornado now just northeast of New Boston by weather spotters. That's going to be moving east towards Hooks. New Boston, this is going to start moving away from you shortly. Please remain in your shelters until at least 7:30 p.m. Back in North Texas we go. We've got hailers. We've got a storm with hail near Gun Barrel City. No defined low-level rotation with that. That'll bring hail to Maybank, 175 down northwest of the city of Athens. This storm eventually, if it survives, could say hello to Smith County. We've got a storm over Wills Point, moving northeast towards Emory. That storm has the potential of quarter-size hail, localized damaging wind gusts. Same thing for Quinlan. We got a storm over Mesquite, Bulk Springs, Forney, Seagoville, starting to perk up a little in the hail department, maybe some nickel-size hail. That's moving east. We've got a storm weakening now north of Glen Rose in western Johnson County. Those storms are not severe. We've got a storm going up quickly just southwest of the city of Hillsboro. That one may become severe with hail shortly, and that's about to cross over Interstate 35 near Hillsboro. That could have some big hail in it if it continues to develop. And then we've got other storms. We know a couple storms trying to go up now. One just west of the city of Brownwood, one northwest of Comanche. We're starting to see a few blips down here in Bell County, eastern sides of Temple, Holland, Little River Academy. So again, the cap is starting to try to break in a few more spots down here now, which means we may see a few more storms. All right, let's get back to the tornado warning. A thunderstorm that reportedly had a tornado down several minutes ago near or just northeast of New Boston, moving east towards Hooks. We've got winds moving away from the radar at about 70 miles an hour, winds moving towards the radar at about 30 to 40. This thunderstorm does have the potential of a tornado, would likely be wrapped in heavy rain. Tornado would likely right now be located 3 to 4 miles northeast of Highway 8 and Interstate 30. Coming up on County Road 2103, Billy Sims Road, east towards Red Bank. This thunderstorm moving east at about 25 to 30 miles an hour. The potential of a rain-wrapped tornado with it. The Weather Service did issue a tornado emergency for New Boston. But again, I haven't seen any actual reports coming across of a tornado down. We don't have a tornado debris signature. And yeah, there's strong rotation. This thing could have a tornado with it, but I'm going to be honest here. This one might have been crying wolf in terms of a tornado emergency. Those are reserved for the most extreme, violent tornadoes. Yeah, this could be a tornado. But
a new tornado warning has been issued for Bowie County in Texas.
And yeah, this thing's capable of producing tornadoes. It's strong, low-level rotation, that's for sure. But I'm not seeing a tornado debris signature. I'm not seeing any visual evidence that we've had a big tornado. So, what gives? We'll see. All right, tornado warning now extended. This is going to take it further east into Bowie County. I'm going to turn the radar off, show you who's in, who's out. This tornado warning does include Red Lick, Leary, Hooks, Red Bank, areas east of New Boston. It does not include the city of Texarkana yet. This storm, however, will be near the city of Texarkana and Nash at 7:45 p.m. Red Lick around 7:40. Hooks 7:30. This tornado warning also includes Red Bank and Leary. This is Bowie County in northeast Texas. This will stay north of Maud, north of Redwater, north of Domino in Atlanta, north of Douglasville, east of DeKalb. If you're in New Boston, you're clear. If you're in the city of New Boston at Highway 82 and Highway 8, you're clear. Strong rotation continues with this thunderstorm. It could produce a tornado at any time. This storm's moving east along Billy Sims Road towards Red Bank, moving east towards Hooks, Leary, Red Lick. Debris tracker, we're not seeing anything detected by the radar. We're looking at about 5,000 feet above the surface here. Rotation, yeah, we've got some pretty strong rotation here. So again, we'll see. So again, the possibility of a tornado now approaching Red Bank and Hooks. New Boston, you're clear. Boston, you're clear. If you're west of Highway 8, you're clear. This is a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. There have been a couple, or at least one report, I guess, of